Picture this. 40 million years ago, a small, weasel-like creature crept through ancient forests. It wasn't the fastest, wasn't the strongest, but it had one secret weapon. A nose that could outsmart the world. That creature. The great-great-grandparent of every dog you've ever loved. This is the story of how dogs became Earth's ultimate sniffing machines, and why that power is both a miracle and a curse. The evolution of a super nose back when wolves were just figuring out how to survive. Their noses gave them the edge. They could smell a deer from miles away. They could track scents days old. They could even sniff out weakness in their prey, finding the sick, the slow, the easy targets. Then humans entered the picture. Somewhere around 20,000 years ago, a hungry wolf lingered at the edge of a human campfire. It wasn't the biggest or the fiercest, but it was curious, and it noticed something. Human garbage smelled like free food. That one decision to creep closer, to trade fear for scraps, changed everything. Wolves that were less afraid of humans got warmth, they got leftover meat, and in return, their noses became our first security system. They warned us of danger, tracked our prey. Over thousands of years, we shaped them, breeding their noses to be even stronger, even sharper. Inside a dog's nose, a chemical supercomputer hears the wild part of a dog's nose isn't just better than ours. It's built like a completely different organ. First, every dog's nose has a unique pattern, like a fingerprint. No two are alike. Second, when a dog breathes, the air splits. Only a small fraction goes to the lungs, just enough to keep them alive. The rest, it swirls through a maze of scent-detecting tissue packed with 230 million receptors. You've got about 5 million. And then there's the Jacobson's orgonosecond nose. On the roof of their mouth, that picks up pheromones. Fear, anger, even love. They don't just smell the world, they taste it in the air. That's why a police dog can find a fingerprint weeks later. Why a medical dog can sniff out cancer before doctors can. Why a bomb squad dog can detect a single grain of explosive in a football stadium. The dark side of the super nose. But here's the thing, being a living, breathing chemical lab isn't always a gift. Imagine walking through a city where every smell, every trash can, every perfume, every drop of gasoline hits you like a punch to the brain. Dogs live in that world. Some get so overwhelmed they shut down. Search and rescue dogs. They sniff out survivors in disasters. But they also find the dead. That scent sticks with them. Some get PTSD, just like human first responders. And then there's what we've done to them. We've bred some dogs so extreme like pugs with squashed faces that they can barely breathe, let alone use their noses properly. The cruelest irony. Their noses helped them survive extinction. But now millions of dogs are abandoned every year because humans don't want a pet that's too smart, too aware, too good at smelling their secrets. The final twist, so, next time your dog stares at you, remember it's not just love in those eyes. It's a chemical calculation. Your sweat, your breath, even your hormones tell them more than words ever could. They don't just see the world. They smell its history, its emotions, its secrets. And the real question is, do we even deserve that kind of loyalty? Stay tuned, because next time, we're answering the question every dog owner wonders. What does your dog really think when you leave the house? And spoiler, they don't just miss you. They can smell how long you've been gone. Please like, subscribe, and share for more videos.